You know they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. A picture's worth 1,000 words. Media is very dangerous. Pictures, images, movies, role plays, characters. The image that they select for certain roles in movies. What you play back in your imagination, what you identify with, what you associate with particular symbols, names, characteristics. America is a brainwashing agency. And if you happen to be a Black American male or female, and secondarily Latino or Latina, you will know that media is not designed in your favor. And there's this game of division that's always played, putting the one that's lighter against the one that's darker, putting the one that's lighter above the one who's darker. There's a collective and global agreement that those who are darker, anybody who's darker than the color of a cigar, the color of a penny, the color of a chestnut, anybody who's darker than that, you gotta keep them down. You gotta keep them out. You have to keep them disenfranchised. You have to keep the propaganda going. You have to keep the messaging going that they are lesser than you. They are inferior to you. They are not on your level. They are not as good as you. They are not as smart as you. They are not as valuable as you. This messaging is a global agreement. It is a global agreement. And it boils down to one very simple thing. The very root of our physical existence and experience of power and energy and spirit. And that is sexuality, is what it boils down to. It is a primal fear of the dark man's phallus. The dark man's phallus is the greatest fear on earth. This is really because everyone knows in the primal instinct that he was here first. That he was here before everybody got here. He had everything laid out already before everybody got here. He had everything figured out before everybody got here. No one introduced mathematics and science to him. No one introduced architecture to him. No one introduced humanitarians to him. No one introduced sciences and sciences and liberal arts to him. No one introduced civics to him. No one introduced philosophy to him. No one introduced sewage systems to him, agriculture to him, astronomy and astrology to him. No one was able to introduce anything to him, the dark-skinned man and woman. And his phallus had the ability to fill the entire earth in all nations, all continents, all cities, all countries, before anybody got there. There is no continent on this earth where the darker man and the darker woman was not there first, including America. And people who are lighter in skin, they have a problem with that. It threatens their existence. So they cling restlessly to systems, agreements, social constructs, and agendas, regimes, such as white supremacy and caste systems, trying to find a close approximation with these systems so that they can feel safe within it, so that they can feel secure within it, so they can feel fluid within it. And safe from what? Safe from the power of the dark phallus. It's that simple. It's in order to feel safe from the dark phallus, this is a primal instinct. And because it's a primal instinct, it is something of the subconscious. It is something of the amygdala that roots all the way down to the nature of themselves in Sagittarius. And because it's there, it wreaks havoc because it is not guided. It is just expressed. They're not aware of it. What you're looking at is the very reason why I should have never found AI. I should have never found AI animations. Not somebody like me. Because see, now I have another way to communicate, and I'm going to be a problem. I'm about to be a problem. Because I found another way to communicate. Phallus Athena is in Pisces, and I understand the assignment. Phallus Athena in Pisces is to go to war with art. It is to fight with art. It is to use artful expression to make combat. And nigga, I'm loading up. I got grenade launchers and everything in this motherfucker in an artistic expression. And I'm gonna use that motherfucker. I'm a problem. This image that I beautifully constructed, I wanted to strike provocation, appall, the clutching of pearls. Oh my God. I asked for a white woman in there too, but they didn't give me a white woman in the picture for some reason. Okay? I wanted a black one, a Hispanic one, and a white one. I wanted an Asian one too. They didn't give me that either. I don't know. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to get the picture right. But listen to me. You're looking at in this image that says 1,000 words that I can't say or couldn't think of. Why America is so obsessed, why the globe is so obsessed about men who are darker than the color of a cigar. It's this simple. Because if there was no white supremacy infrastructure, if there is no caste system, if there is no global agreement to keep darker people suppressed, even since the suppression of the Moors and the black Jews, the black Arabs, since the Spanish Inquisition, unum sanctum, since that time, ever since that time, it has been a global agreement to keep these niggas down, keep them suppressed. Why? Because at the end of the day, it has always been known that the natural attraction of women is toward the one who is darker. And that's facts. That's facts, nigga. Darker and taller and genetically superior. The obvious traits of superior genetics, and usually through athleticism or the physical stature, the muscle density, the low fat percentage, the evident appearance of testosterone inclination. And until they started having these chemical schisms and rainbow operations, Black America had this in plenty. You walk outside and you've seen plenty of Black American males who exemplify exactly what you're looking at in this picture. And that was scary. They couldn't handle it. And as you see today, they did something about that shit. Because when you look at black males today, Black African American males today, they are not genetically the same. They do not carry the same features, the same intensity, the same sexual magnetism as from my generation on back. There's little stripper bacon ass niggas out here with baby faces that think they gangsters. But the point still remains. This is why racism exists. This is why the caste system exists. This is why white supremacy existed. It's about the black dick. You can't let this nigga procreate into our pool. We can't allow our women to believe that there's reason to be attracted to this black motherfucker. We can't let our bitches walk off into the sunset with this black ass, big burly ass nigga. It's that fucking simple. When you see a woman, you see a nation. Thus, what you're looking at in the image. It's a threat. Now, I dare to ask the question. I dare to ask the question. Is there a difference between what is normalized and what we call normal? What is normalized and what we call normal? Is there a difference between normalized and normal? What happened if we woke up one day and we didn't have the ability to lie? We could only tell the truth. Before I make that point, why did I put a crown on his head, right? I put a crown on his head, to symbolize that 1 to 10%, okay? Anybody who knows anything about the social climate of our society, who's paying attention out there, you would know that the 1 to 10% is the only ones out here getting pussy. The only ones out here fucking bitches. The only ones out here running through them. The only ones out here who the majority of females is fucking and sucking. The 1 to 10%. This is the first time in my lifetime that I have seen so many males disenfranchised and alienated from the sexual marketplace. There's advantages to that and there's disadvantages to that. My personal belief is that sex is not something to be irresponsible about. Promiscuity is a problem and it should never be normalized and it should never be seen as okay. I do not agree with fornication. That's my conviction. However, on the same line, you might think it's a contradiction or you might think it's strange that I would say I don't agree that monogamy should be the only option, while I know that the nature of man is not founded in monogamy, because otherwise, what is the option for him to be truthful? What is the option for him to be honest and to be authentic? Where is the option? And this goes back to normalization and what is normalized. Now, what has been normalized is the face of monogamy, the appearance of monogamy, the expression of monogamy, the agreement to monogamy, the coercive assignment and assumptions of monogamy that men find themselves in and that men sign up for, but the nature seems to always prevail. And here goes another divorce. Here comes another exposure. Here goes another fallout. Here goes another sob story with tissue and snot, and she's sitting on the couch and somebody's trying to console her. But never once did we stop to ask the question, what is his nature? What is his honesty? If he wasn't under pressure or duress, what would he sign up for? What would he choose? You're looking at it. You're looking at it, nigga. I don't have nothing to lose. That's the advantage to me. I don't got shit to lose, nigga. And that's why y'all here listening to me right now, even though you can't stand me. You here listening to me because you know I ain't got nothing to lose, so I don't have a reason to lie. I have no gain and I have no loss. If you unsubscribe or if you stay here, there's no gain and there's no loss. Even though I do appreciate every person who is here. I cherish you and I thank you. I embrace you. But the point is, what do I gain in lying? I'm a grown-ass man. I'm a heterosexual man. No funny business, no rainbows, no gay shit, no fruity shit. I'm a masculine, high testosterone, beat my chest, eat my food with my fingers type of man. Drink out of the carton, scratching my nuts type of man. Understand? That's me, nigga. So what I got to lie about? And you gonna try to tell me that you know man better than I know man? No, I know man. And I know he's a liar 99% of the time when he's talking about monogamy. But women love to be lied to. You love to be told what you want to be told, and you love to hear what you want to hear. And you want him to be what you want him to be rather than accepting him as what you already know he is. Go find me a monogamous man in his nature who's not doing so under pressure, stress, or duress. Go find me one, and I'll show you a damn liar. I'll show you somebody who sneaks behind your back, somebody who cheating on your ass. That's who I'll show you. And it's gonna hurt your feelings because you wanted the lie instead. You wanted the delusion. You didn't want the truth. So this makes me the villain because I'm presenting the truth? This is what the truth will look like. You're looking at the image here. If everybody stopped lying, what is normalized is the face, the appearance of monogamy, the act of monogamy, the practice of monogamy, the ideal of monogamy, the attempts at monogamy. Since Constantine's greedy control, since the Catholic Church, since the Council of Nicaea. Monogamy is alien to our planet. Until corporate assumptions came to our planet. Monogamy is the strange thing. That's the weird thing. That's the thing that you have to turn upside down and around to try to figure that motherfucker out. Because it didn't come from this planet. It didn't come from nature. It didn't come from the original inhabitants of this land. It came from white motherfuckers with assumptions and entitlements that benefit their pockets to keep it that way. That benefit their power dynamics to keep it that way in societies. I warn you people of what we're going back to, and it's the matriarchal systems. I warn you people of what we're going back to, and it's that which was before corporate assumptions over the societies. Monogamy has been normalized, but it is not what is normal. What is normal is what people do behind the scenes, what people do in secret, what people do when nobody's looking, what people do through that Sagittarius Black Moon Lilith impulse. But they're ashamed of it. They don't want to have to answer to it. They want to escape the accountability of it, the burden of it, the responsibility of it. They don't want it to be made public because then you have to add the responsibility. They don't want any transparency or public notification of it because then there has to be responsibility. There has to be order. It has to make sense. So keep it in secret, keep it in the alleyways, keep it creeping in and out of the apartments and houses 11 and 1 o'clock in the morning. And little babies popping up in a situation confused. All because it keeps you detached from responsibility. It keeps you detached from public scrutiny and examination. But this is the truth that you're looking at. This is what's real. This is what's really in his heart. This is really how he feels. This is really what he prefers. And it don't got nothing to do with you as females. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, my love isn't enough. Bitch, that's poetry that lives in your fucking head and it ain't real, it ain't true. And that's why you get hurt all the goddamn time. Because you want that idea to be true so goddamn bad. To where you resist the damn truth that's glaring in your motherfucking face. Does this mean that they are not monogamous men? No, it doesn't mean that. There are exceptions always. But Godspeed to you and good luck to you if you think that every last one of y'all motherfuckers is going to be entitled to the exception. This seems to be a dilemma in the psyche of females to think that every last one of y'all bitches is qualified for the exception. That's like every man walking around the earth thinking that he should assume that he gonna make it to the NBA. He gonna become a star player in the draft. He's gonna become a millionaire or a billionaire. There's nothing wrong with believing that and believing in yourself and putting your best foot forward to make that a reality. But you better have a plan B. You better have a plan C. And you better have the ability to align with the truth when it smacks you in your damn face. Because the probability is small. And this is what females have a problem with, is examining the small probability of what they desire and expect out of men in the dating or sexual marketplace. It's a sickness in America. You go to every female on a lineup in the rates of 1 to 10. One being the ugliest, 10 being the most so-called attractive. And you got some of the most ugly ass bitches talking about they a 10. This is a delusion in this country. You don't have that problem in males. You don't have that problem in men. Men know how to accept the truth. They know how to accept reality. And this is why females become those who get lied to the most, because you struggle to accept reality. You struggle to accept the truth. You fall out, you protest, you fall apart, you get sick, you get all torn up inside when the truth is not aligned with what you want, with what you prefer, with what you hope, with what you idealize, with what you feel entitled to. And it traumatizes you. And then you're all fucked up in the head. Because there's no acceptance. Where is there room for the truth and honesty that's expected of men? If he is to stop being a damn liar. Why did he really become a liar? Why did he really choose to become a liar? Could it be anywhere close to the truth that the sisterhoods of all demographics have come together to agree that we will resist the truth no matter what? We will have it our way. Okay, fine. I'ma lie to you, bitch. I'ma tell you what you want to hear. Yeah. And when I get what I want, I'ma go about my damn way. Or I'ma sneak behind you and get what I want. Because you can't handle the truth. It kills you. I don't agree that that's a good thing to do. I don't agree that that's the right thing to do. But you're not going to tell me that I'm not close to the fair explanation of why we're getting the results that we're getting.